Welcome back. So we're coming back with another early morning fishing trip. It's mid-August, so it's still the dog days of summer. It's going to be low 90s again today. Water temperature's pretty warm, so we're going to see if we can make the best out of this day. So I'm mainly going to be focusing on trout today. So we might come up with a snook redfish, in the mix, but mainly going to be focusing on trout. So I picked this area to start because it's a point, and well, mainly I was around the other side of the point when it was a bit darker, out of the wind, and the mosquitoes and no-see-ums were tearing me up, so I had to move over this way into the wind. So there's a point over here, so we're going to fish this point. I seen some mullets scattering before I got here, so there's a good chance we'll get something. So I did get a couple bites over there, so I'm gonna turn around, reposition, and give it another drift by. Just hit these mangroves real quick over here. Here we go. Looks like a trout. Might be a snook, actually. Yeah, it's a snook. Always got to check the mangroves for snook, right? Ooh. All right. Get this guy unhooked and sent back. All right, gold digger, chartreuse head. All right, there we go. First fish of the morning. Just blew up on my thumb. This guy's ready to go. Right back to the mangroves. All right, I was actually headed back to that point over there to look for more trout. And I noticed some activity going on right along this sandbar. So I'm not sure if you can see the sandbar or not, but there's a bit of calm water that jets out this way. And that calm water, right under that calm water is the sandbar. And we can see ripples on the surface of the water right behind the sandbar. That's a bunch of bait fish. So we're gonna fish this area and see if we can come up with something. All right, so we're right on that sandbar now. We're gonna bring it off of it, and that's where the predator fish are usually hanging out. And that deeper drop off. We just had a little bump. So basically what you have happening with these sandbars is you got a bit of shallow water with a drop off next to it. And then those fish, the predator fish, are gonna hang out in that drop off. So they're gonna wait for the bait fish to come over the top. They're gonna be down there where the bait fish ain't gonna be able to see them. They're gonna come up and get them. So we wanna mimic one of those bait fish swimming or drifting across the top of that sandbar. So we're right at the edge of that sandbar. See if there's any willing participants. We just had we're hooked up. Looks like a trout. So we actually got him on the paws. See if he'll spit the hook or not. Don't look like it. Another fish. So we got 2 species so far. We got a snook, we got a trout. So I'll give this sandbar a few more casts, see if we can come up with something else. If not, we'll go back over to that point and see if we can make something happen. Alright, so we're going to be sure to let this one sink a bit more. Another one on the pause. Probably actually going to switch over to my backup rig after this cast. So let's give it one more. Yeah, the backup rig is more of a finesse rig, so a lot slower approach and working the bottom more. So I think we're going to have more success with that one. We shall see. There we go. Another trout. A little larger this time. All right. Let's get this guy unhooked. Alright, so we're on that sandbar again, bringing it back toward us. So we're coming over that little drop off, and we're just acting like an injured minnow. We're just gonna let it sink, sit on the bottom for a second or two. Now, when there's a ton of bait fish around and you're throwing your lure in there, the key to getting your lure to be noticed amongst all the other bait fish is to let it act different, just injured, erratic. You know, you have to, don't just swim it like the rest of them are swimming around. You know, you want to throw pauses in, bounce it off the bottom, give it a few twitches, speed up the retrieve, give it a few erratic motions. All right, we're back fishing that point. Dolphins kind of put a damper on things over there, so we're gonna see if we can make something happen over here. Still early, it's about 7 a.m., a few minutes after 7. Got some nice cloud coverage for the time being. So we'll see if we can make something happen before it gets too hot out here. I know they're over here somewhere. It's just a matter of finding them now. Are they in the deeper water? More shallow water? There we go. Released himself. All right, we're gonna send one into the mangroves while we're here. Another little guy. All right. Just got a few trout, snook. Not a bad morning so far. I'll see if we can get a couple more, and then we're gonna move to see what else we can find. All right. Definitely on the trout. Usually where there's one, there's many. Alright, this guy's understandably not happy about this, so I'm trying to make this as quick and painless as possible. So I've checked out a few other areas, but wasn't anything happening. Ended up snagging a stingray in one of the spots, so we're back where we started. See if there's anything still here. If there is, we'll fish for a bit. If not, we'll check elsewhere. There we go, on the pause again. Oh, it's actually a whiting. I don't see these too often. There we go. So it's going to be another trout. We're going to release this one into the mangroves. Otherwise the dolphins will get it. So we're going to head over to the mangroves right now while we're getting this hook out. Yeah, they're coming up right behind. See, they know there's a fish on board, and they know that they have an easy meal coming their way. Or they think they do anyway. So we're gonna release this one straight into the mangroves and hope it swims toward the mangroves. All right. And we'll know if the dolphin got it within a minute. You'll hear an explosion behind me. Looks like we're all right though. All right, unfortunately, my battery had died a few minutes ago, or whenever it was, 20 minutes ago. And I ended up putting the lens cap on to change the battery so I didn't get, smudge up the lens or whatever. And of course, what did I do? Or what didn't I do? Take off the lens cap. So I caught a couple fish, I don't know, maybe 2 trout, 3 trout, I don't even know. We had a dolphin show up, had to release it around the dolphin again. So it was right in that general area where that mullet just jumped over there, that shaded area. So the lens cap's off, fortunately. A little late, but this dolphin's still hanging around us. So we're gonna send it into that shaded water, which should be cooler than the non-shaded water. Yeah, the only reason I knew that lens cap was on is because that last trout I caught was splashing around, and I figured maybe I had some water on the lens, let me clean it off. So I got to take my hat off with the camera on it, and of course, lens cap. Alright, there we go. Feels like a trout. Used to have the lens cap off for this one. Alright, another trout. So yeah, that sun is rising along with the temperature. So a lot of these fish are probably going to be found in areas like we just caught one. That shaded area, a little bit cooler over there. Yeah, the higher the sun gets, the quieter fishing gets. So you definitely got to get out here early this time of year. It's mid-August. So if you get out here early, you have a good chance of catching fish. If you get out here later in the morning though, or around lunchtime, or any later than that, it's going to be rough. Not going to be impossible, but it's just going to be tough. Again, look for shaded areas or areas with cooler flowing water. The inlets are good this time of year because the ocean's always cooler than the river, and you got that nice cool ocean water flowing through that inlet, so it'll help hold fish. We're quite a ways from an inlet now, so we're not really benefiting from any of that. So I'm getting ready to throw in the towel now. Give it a couple more casts, see if we can get another one. Well, that's gonna pretty much do it for today. I'm happy. I ended up getting a snook mixed in with the trout. There we go. And I got quite a few trout. So I'd say mission accomplished. This guy showed up just at the right time. My cue to go. We'll unhook this guy real quick, send him on his way, and I will send you guys on your way. All right, here we go. Last fish of the day. All right, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you the next time.